Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Is it me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, good. I'm like, man, it doesn't seem like you guys could. So, how the heck are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Love it.
Dropped off all my kiddos and feels good.
I bet it does. The first day of school, parents cry, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
Right.
Like, yay. But you guys, most of your kids aren't in school, are they?
Right. I just had daycare. One
Gotcha.
kid. So
So, okay, Craig's coming back in again. Well, tell me some good stuff. I don't have any chatter today. I can't think of anything off the top of my head other than I'm on my second cup of coffee, but hey.
yeah, I finished my second cup.
Yeah. So
I got a referral from a past
nice.
client.
Nice.
I reached out to past clients
Yeah.
and was just like, is there anyone I can be of service to? And she was like, my mom.
Oh, I love that. That's nice. Very nice. I don't know what you do. You sprinkle pixie dust on everybody or something because I'm telling you, you're really good with that part, with
Oh,
referral, networking, and just really working out with your sphere. Craig, I don't know where you are, what's going on, but you're in the wind and you are like out again. So
he may be driving.
he might be. My Indeed ads, which will lie fallow for like 2 weeks, where I'm like, really? And really, it's a blessing because I had a bunch of other work on my plate. And then yesterday, my day was pretty clear. So clear, as a matter of fact, that I have an inbox on my desk, which is always like, if I'm going on a vacation or something like that, or anything else is going on in my life, I just toss it over in that inbox. And it was
Right.
like, and it's only supposed to be about yay tall on
Eh,
purpose. Uh-huh. And I got it all cleaned out yesterday, the whole entire thing. And I'm like, oh, and then
Wow.
I know today I was like, I'm actually going to do my filing. My filing box is this tall, but it's really about this tall right now. I'm like, oh, I'm
Right.
gonna do my filing. But I got a whole bunch of Indeed ads that came in, which I was kind of wondering. I'm like, is anything gonna pop over there? Like, what the hey? And then today I got like, I don't know, 6 responses or something. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness. So it's all
Oh,
good.
wow.
Yep. Although I will get 6 people. So the way I do Indeed, they actually say, yes, I want you to contact me. Like, I'm not
Right.
using it to go out and find them and drag them back in again, which I've done many times, but they've changed they changed how you pay. And so I'm not doing that anymore. Anyway, they actually come into me, and then you would be shocked at how many people were not returning the phone call when I reach out and talk to them.
Oh, wow.
And they're real estate agents. So it's not like I'm really afraid to pick up the phone because of whatever. I'm like, you're a real estate agent and you will not return the phone call. I'm like, and you pretty much get one shot. And then I'm like, yeah, I mean, I leave a message, I text, I'll throw an email out, like, we're done,
Right.
I don't
Right.
know what else to send to you. Do you need a paper airplane? I mean, it's
A
crazy.
pigeon. A
Pardon me?
carrier. A
The
carrier
carrier
pigeon.
pigeon. Exactly. Exactly. It's nuts. So I don't know what that is. I don't know, whatever. Who knows? Anyway, morning, Craig.
Hello.
What
How's everyone?
happened? We're
Good.
good. What is that gold bottle I'm looking at?
That is my water bottle. It's a copper water bottle.
Oh, that is cool. That
Thanks.
is very shiny.
Yeah. Like so I'm not in my car. I'm using my mom's car this week because when I went to their house Sunday, my alternator went out. So
Mm.
yeah, so she was like, just take my car, I don't need it. So I was like, all right, cool. Which I like her car because it's good on gas.
That's why Greg always took my car, because I always buy cars that are really good on gas. And so
Yeah,
if he ever went anywhere, he always took my car. I'm like, that's my car. You know?
yeah.
That's
And
what it's like.
none of our cars are good on gas in the yard. So
Yeah, his never are either because they're big
yeah,
on purpose. It can haul people. I mean, he's always hauling tons of people. So,
yeah. So
uh,
I
yep.
got the Avalon and the my truck, the F-150, and then the wife has a Acura MDX. And yeah, none of those are good on gas.
Wow, my little car is, but the difference is my little car has a tank only this big, so I end up having to fill up the same time he does, but it just costs way less money. But my Altima, we could go, oh my gosh, I could go to San Francisco and back and not have to put gas in the car. I mean, it was amazing. It just went for forever, you know? Anyway, all right, enough of gas stuff. Kathy, you're on mute and in the dark. Like, what the hey, girl? And she's still on mute and in the dark. Well, we're gonna let her be on mute and in the dark. Let's hear some good news. Bree's got a referral. I had some, I had like 6 Indeed ads come through. I feel good about last night, although, okay, so last night we made pasta with scallops, brown butter, and white wine and lemon. And then I drank white wine also. And then I was like, which I drank it, I don't know, an hour before the meeting, I had a tiny glass of white wine. But everyone's like, oh, before you do something, like drink a little bit of wine. No, I don't like it. I was like, talking. And then Gary said something, I'm like, slow your ass down. So anyway, there's the fest up. So, but I feel like it went well, like I got the information across anyway, even though I talked too fast in the beginning. But that was my good news. So let's hear your good news.
Another showing, 2 more showings set up on my listing.
Nice.
Yay.
Yeah, so the one showing that came in yesterday evening, that agent actually called me before he set up the showing. And so he and his wife, they sell the lake. They're a team,
Uh-huh.
and they were actually on one of the HGTV shows. They came down and did a episode on them. So
Mhm.
they're kind of real estate famous.
I know a few
And he's a nice
people,
guy.
living in the California, I knew a bunch of them, but my girlfriend Anita back in Virginia has her own television show, whatever those HG thing. I don't know what they are. I don't know what any of them are. I'm just like, Anita has a television show. And my husband's like, I mean, she's on TV on occasion. I'm like, no, she's got a show. Like it's her show. He's like, you're kidding me. And I'm like, no, it's like, what is it? Oh. I don't know what any of them are. So way cool.
Yeah,
Way
they're
cool.
nice people too. Both him,
Congrats.
he and his wife both.
Nice. So were you able to get the word foreclosure out of the MLS?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And I told him that it was no longer in foreclosure as well. And he was like, yeah, I was wondering. He said, because I saw it, and somewhere I saw it, it said auction. He said, and I went back and I was, looking for it and it wasn't there. I said, I don't know why it said auction. I said, it just must have been one of those syndication sites. Because in the MLS, it wasn't checked, never checked as auction.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. There's some sites that will trigger after the 90-day notice at 90 days, but that's not accurate. You can't just do that automatically. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, awesome. All right.
Yeah.
F, what is your good news? Cough up some, and then I'm going to harass Craig again. So let's go to you first. So
my good news is that I completed the green certification, recertification. I did it again. So I am now going to, I pledge that I'm going to be focusing on that as my differentiator, that I am a sustainability guy, and that I'm an expert in real estate that is high efficiency and high performance.
oh, very cool. So the high E, the HE that you see all the time, the high energy performance, efficiency performance thing for electricity and everything.
Yeah, well, there's a movement to make the title green a little bit more specific, because now it's kind of like getting confused
It's
with
like,
too many.
yeah, it was like for a while when everything was low fat, like they would take
Right.
it and name it low fat and you're like,
Yeah.
really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't
so
know that.
it doesn't count saying my house is green anymore just because of the paint on the outside, right?
Right.
The other thing is you'd pick up a box of, I don't know, crackers or something that was organic. And I'm like, if you are this processed, it doesn't matter if you're organic or not. You're massively processed. So
Right.
cool. Very cool. All right, Kathy, you're here. Let's hear your congrats, by the way, PF. Let's hear your good news.
Well, did I already tell you that I finished the VA housing? I did, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I worked on the shed a bunch yesterday. You can walk through it now, so my daughter will be able to get to the stuff at the back that she's got shoved in there. And I really disdain the healthcare system. That's not good news. It's just a fact.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to advocate for yourself to go through. You know what I mean? You really shouldn't. So I hear you on that one. Liz, what do you got?
I don't know what Kathy said, but I ditto that comment. I
Yep.
cannot even begin to express my disgust and disdain for the healthcare industry. And if I had the time, I'd be right on top of them. But what do I have for good news? Let's see. I think I shared it all yesterday. I've got 2 appointments coming up, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I think that's it in terms of real estate. Today's a good day with my health, so I'm feeling optimistic about that, although it's still early, anything could happen.
Woohoo!
I don't want to bring it down, and I'm not intended to, but if we're sharing a little bit of disdain, I'm having a little pain point also in the car space, because my car went in for repair again, and the cost of the repair is ridiculously, I don't even know if it's worth it based on, the money I've put into this vehicle. So contemplating, pulling the trigger and trying to find something else not optimal in this market, but what else is new? In addition to looking for my own home, because we're moving next month.
Cool.
So lots of pain points with stuff there, but it'll all work out.
Yep, you got a lot
Somehow.
going on. You got a lot going on. Craig's alternator went out on his car, so he's in mom's car.
Oh gosh, I'm telling you. And this market's ridiculous for the cars. It's almost as bad as the housing market with some of these prices.
We
So,
had to remember when COVID and there were no cars.
yes.
We moved mom in with us, and we had to buy a car that would work for her because the disability and all that, the lack of mobility, I guess would be a good way to put it. And we paid top dollar. It sucked.
Yeah, it's
Sucks.
painful for sure. And the fact that we're trying to, well, either rent or see if we just want to purchase again. I don't know. In this market, we're trying to figure that out too. So that kind of puts the timing of the car thing into play. But on another note, I just want to say, Gina, the presentation you did last night was eye-opening and fantastic. Even though I didn't quite understand it all, I'm definitely going to look at that video that you mentioned, because I'm passionately curious now what this is,
Yeah,
what is happening.
He spells out a lot more. Anna said, saw a comment, Anna too. Anna, I don't know if you were here when I did it for us as a group, Peter Schiff, SCHIFF. And he spells out in a lot more detail why there's a problem. And, and I mean, obviously he's got an hour and a half. And he just breaks it down really, really, really well. And I'm no economist, I'm just not. I'm just literally trying to paraphrase information. And really what I ought to do is take it and put it in a tighter order, so that it has more of a sequential timeline-ish, I think. Well, I know I should. I need to, like that is not Toastmaster worthy. That's what I'll tell you. But it is, thank you for that. I really appreciate that compliment. I really do. It was nice to be able to bring something really meaty to Gary's group, because my stuff, I feel like, because Gary's so meaty with with what he trains and teaches, and mine's more mindset, which is more fluffy, you know?
Yeah,
And so I always feel like when Gary's like, will you teach me? I'm like, oh, I teach fluff. It's not fluff. Because I think it's the root of everything. You know what I mean?
it is. Yeah.
But if we're used to hearing, charts and graphs and all that kind of stuff, it's just very different. So
Well, it
anyway,
ties it together, I think. I think, the two can be married together because, the charts and graphs
need to be.
brings like a foundational kind of reality space to what's going on. The coaching and stuff opens your mind up to what's possible, like being more creative in problem solving and stuff and approaching things for sure. So I think it can be beautifully married at some point. It's,
I agree.
with different situations and different people. I mean, it's going to land differently with different people, but if you've never listened to Jordan Peterson, he's someone to listen. He's done a lot of different talks and conversations about a lot of different things. He says some stuff that, rubs people the wrong way, but
He pisses people off.
sometimes, the truth of the reality hurts. You don't have to like it, but that's what it is. And he kind of points that out again and again, and people don't particularly like it, but it is what it is. I mean, that's what's happening. And, so
I thank you for that. I totally agree that the two things should be married together, because it's skills and meat, or knowledge and mindset, or however it is you want to look at it. You need both.
mhm,
And if everyone has like I just strongly believe that if this isn't straight, I can teach you skills all day long and you won't do it. Just like I was talking with Annie yesterday, and I'm like, I can teach you skills. Who cares? I can't teach you the talent part. That I cannot teach you.
right.
Can dig into mindset stuff. And then you need all of it. It's like a 3-pronged stool. Without talent, skills, and the right mindset, it doesn't stand,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I agree with you. I really do.
And just one more shout out to Bree. Thank you for sending me the contact information on Operation Hope. I think that's going to help one of my people that I'm meeting with this weekend tremendously. So appreciative of that. That's my good news.
Yeah, and when the guy that started it traveled, I'll let you guys know, so maybe you can hear him if he comes to your area.
Awesome.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that organization looks really great.
It's amazing. I went through it, which is how when I got my divorce,
Mm-hmm.
and have turned so many people, and I've closed a couple of deals from people that have gone through it. So
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Love it. Love it. PF, is that going to start playing as soon as I turn it on? Because that's what, okay, I'll wait then. Because that's what happened
Yeah.
yesterday to me and to
Kendra.
Exactly. I was like, Kendra, I did the same dang thing. Dang it.
How's Kendra?
She seems good. I mean, she was up and engaged and, sharing videos and stuff in the chat yesterday. So it seemed good, looked good. So,
Good.
Yep. Anna, what you got? Can Anna
Good
talk?
morning, my loves.
Good morning.
I am so looking forward to the replay being released because I can't wait to watch it. What do I have? One of the families that I had helped, I want to say it was like 2 years ago. I was doing rentals at the time. I don't do rentals now. Well, definitely not open to helping tenants as much as I was before, just because of time. But a family I had helped like 2 years ago, I can't believe this is at a time when I wasn't keeping up my KV Core database, so I did not even log their information into my KV Core. I helped their family find a rental, and I don't know how this girl went ahead and found my information again. She reached out to me 2 years later, and she's like, "Hey, Anna, we never forgot about you. We really want to buy a house now, and we'd love to get your help. Would you happen to have time for us? That was really cool. So that was really nice. And had it not been for her initiative, that would have been a total loss because I never followed up or anything. So I feel blessed and honored.
That is way cool. Well, okay, it's a two-edged, isn't it? Just like you said. That's a huge blessing and
I know, seriously. It's like, wow, let this not happen again.
yeah, yeah. Whenever something used to happen, like, oh, let's say someone's house went up in my neighborhood which was right across the street from where I lived, and
Mhm.
someone listed a house, and that was my neighborhood. I mean, I farmed and worked the crap out of that neighborhood to take it away from somebody else. I will fully admit that. And if somebody would list a house without me, I was like, ah, like you didn't do your job, like, oh, not okay, you know? And
Mhm.
I mean, I don't want to take, like, I believe there's enough business for everybody, but I also believe that if I had done a better job, you know what I mean? Like I would have got a higher percentage of what I was getting out of that place. And I was still getting a really good percentage. And I was just like, I just used it as a reminder. So, all right, let's dig into challenges. What do we got? Who's got what?
I forgot to put time block into lead follow-up.
Oh,
So yeah. So I was so gung-ho on making sure I did my lead gen. I need to, now I'm having people call me back and
oops.
right.
My lead gen is so effective. I forgot to do anything with it. All right, so what are you gonna do?
Or, you know,
Mhm.
and let that take care of, like, say, you know, like right now I'm like, I gotta call this person back, I gotta do this. And if I just put it in KV Core and let KV Core tell me, you know, set a date, okay, call this person back at this time.
Bam, fam.
So that's what
Bam,
I will be
bam.
today.
Hang on.
Oh,
Bam, fam. Do you guys know what bam, fam is?
no.
I've heard it.
Bam, fam. Book a meeting.
Something
for a
after the
meeting.
Flintstones?
Yeah, no kidding. Bam, bam. Bam, fam. Book a meeting from a meeting. So every single time you talk with anybody, including every single time you try and reach out on KV Core, any single time you touch a person in any way, not inappropriately, you always book another meeting.
Darn.
If they're
Yeah.
cute though, I mean,
You might not be able to resist.
right,
true.
right.
That will get you
See,
another meeting.
that's sexist because you guys can get away with touching us. We can't get away with touching y'all.
Oh, no,
It depends
it
on
works both ways.
Hey, men take it as a compliment when a nice looking lady touches us. So
Oh, okay.
I guess it depends on where they touch you, right, Craig?
but yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry. Can
It's
you tell,
okay.
can you tell that the
All right.
stupid medical system has me riled?
Let's pull this back up into the Northern Hemisphere. All right.
Okay.
So, bam, fam.
Book
So,
a meeting from a meeting.
book a meeting from a meeting. And every once in a while, I forget to bam, fam. And I'm like, you know better, Gina, you know better. If you're actually talking to them, book a solid date time. If you're in KV Core, just toss, and you don't get an answer or something like that, then just toss one out there so that KV Core does that reminder. So I use Trello and I set up my Trello. I use KV Core too, but we haven't got it. Well, okay. I will use KV Core. I don't have it set up yet. We're dumping the people in there. I don't have the marketing campaigns built. I don't know if they're out there for what it is I want to do with it. And I need to just get into ChatGPT and just build the dang things, and it's on my list to do. But anyway, backing up. So I use Trello and we just hooked it up to my calendar. So now it all appears in my calendar. And the system that I use is if there's no follow-up time actually set, it's set at 6 a.m. across my calendar because it appears across the top of my calendar. If it is set for, no worries, Kathy. If it's set for a time, then obviously it's set for a time and it just automatically shows up on my calendar. Will KV Core automatically put it onto whatever calendaring system you use? Anybody know? I don't
I'm
know.
not sure. I think that it does.
I would think it would too, because I can't imagine it not.
What was the question
I
again?
know
Liv?
that it, I
Question,
know,
Anna. Oh, sorry. All right, resident KV Core expert. If you book a date and time in KV Core with the client, will it actually pop up into your calendar like Gmail or Calendly or whatever it is you use? Outlook?
I think, can you
Think it-
link, Anna?
Sorry, Lo?
Can you link KV Core with your Gmail calendar?
Yeah, I think there's a way to sync the calendars with one another, like incorporating KV Core with Gmail. That's a good call. Let me go ahead and double check.
I link KV Core with my Gmail,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't. That would be awesome if you do your calendar, your Gmail calendar.
Yeah,
Google.
I think you can. I'll
'cause
look into it, guys, and let you know tomorrow for sure, but I'm pretty sure you can.
you rock. You absolutely rock. That's awesome. Because you should just have, I mean, I live by my calendar, my iPad. I mean, I claim this thing as a total business expense because that's the calendar I can see and use. And I need, whatever I do has to all start in there. It just does, because that's where every single day starts. Like, if I don't know, like, what are you doing right now? It's bam into the calendar. This is what you're doing. Okay, good. And then my blocks of time that I've got open, like I have a list of things to do with my blocks of time that I have open, that are not scheduled. But other than that, that's where everything starts. And then if you just have one place, like if KV Core is your place that you always start with, then cool, you just have one place. But that way you don't have to think. I don't have to think in the morning at all. Which is lovely, it's just go in, look at this, oh, and it tells me what to do. So that was a good one, Bree. So how are you got your follow-up? So you're gonna use KV Core.
Yeah, I'm trying to put everything in one place, like you were saying, and I do use Trello for like the boards because you can lay them. Well, you know that, but you can lay them out. So I have like prospects pre-approved, and I'll have like their lender that they're working with, and the title
Oh.
company, and it's
Yeah.
just thing. And so there's a program called Notion,
Yep.
and it's
Oh,
like
yeah. Hoodle Ron Williams uses that, so I'm in that a
Yeah.
bit.
it's like Trello, but it's connected to AI to chat.
Mhm.
So anyway, I just need to get one system, and I'm pretty good at checking KV Core. But when Anna lets us know whether we can do KV Core with our Google Calendar, that will be golden, because my Google Calendar I live on,
Yeah, me too. I live on my calendar.
and also So, but
Yep.
yeah,
Do you
So
have
I
time?
dump it.
Do you have time built in when you do your lead generation outbound calls to take the calls that are coming back in? Do you have that built into your calendar also?
I used to, I didn't, so I will, but I'm really good at, if a call comes in while I'm doing lead generation, I don't answer it.
Oh, yay, rock star.
I
That's
don't. Like,
awesome.
I might send a text if it's, I notice it's someone that's called me back, and I'll send a text saying, hey, call you back at this time, but
Mhm.
I don't. But then I fall off the wagon because I don't have it time blocked, like systematized, and things are falling through the cracks.
Yep. So, what did you guys do to make sure you have time to do your follow-ups that come in after your lead generation? You know why, Craig?
I need to get a wagon.
Yeah.
You
I
fall
don't even have one. I don't have a wagon at all.
Yep.
So,
it got left in one of those moves that we had.
Yep. So
so
go ahead.
I mean, when you were talking about challenges, this is what I was actually thinking about is, this is my biggest challenge. And when you mentioned you work on mindset and Gary, his thing, and I just really got to get my mindset right and, get everything together. I know I got to do it. And I'm fighting it tooth and nail. And
When you are that resistant, there's a reason.
yeah,
That's
I don't
kind
know
of
what
what
it
I
is.
thought, because I feel the same way.
There's a reason when you're that resistant. And so there's something going on way down underneath. And I know this, I ran across it. So my daughter gave me this thing that was 99 weeks. Big, huge chart, 99 weeks of your life. And you're supposed to cross off how many weeks you've already lived. And then every week you cross off another week. And it just makes you think about, what did I do this week? Did I do something deliberate? Because I only have this many weeks left. And I just fought that thing tooth, claw, and nail. And now I teach it because it was such a powerful tool because I fought it so bad. So there was definitely something in there. It was like, you need to face your mortality, chickie.
I was
And
gonna say, did you figure out what it was that you were?
yeah, I need to
Fighting.
face my mortality and figure out what I was doing, 99 years of weeks actually, and figure out, how I felt about all that. And that's why I was resistant, because I knew it would I knew subconsciously checking off all those little boxes of my life I already lived would make me question, shit, what have you done with this thing? And yeah, so that was a huge life lesson for me about learning about my resistance. So my resistance, there's a reason why I'm resistant. And there's something underneath it. And I'll be fully honest with you. Sometimes I dig into it. I was talking, I think it was with Bree. Sometimes I dig into it and sometimes I'm like, okay, why am I resistant? What is going on and sometimes I just am like, screw this. And I go do it anyway. The thing I'm so resistant to, I'm like, who cares why? Just go damn do it. And then I learned the lesson on the other side of it, which is, and I don't remember what it was. I just had that happen to. Well, again, it's not like I fight this on a regular basis. This was just a few days ago. I just did whatever the hell it was. I was so flipping. I think it was my brevity calls. It was my brevity
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Was it super resistant to doing them, these stupid calls, and was trying to ponder why, and then was going, well, maybe I just need to figure out my life priorities and figure out where it fit. And I was like, screw this, just do the damn thing. And then I did it. And on the other side of it, what I realized is, I think I shared with you guys, did I share with you guys how I was like, I don't have any time. I don't have any time. I don't have time. I'm so busy. I don't have any time. Yeah, that thing. And it wasn't until I did my brevity calls that I realized that lie was through my whole entire life. And now I have massive time, so much so that I clean my inbox out. Now I'm looking at cleaning my files, which I don't think I've filed in at least 6 months, maybe since taxes last year, who knows, whatever. It's pretty dang tall. So sometimes the answer is just do it anyway. And then you'll learn the lesson on the other side.
Well, and I just want to
Yeah.
add to that, do something, I did something similar in my own experience because I was like, why am I resisting picking up the phone or doing this so much? And then I just said, you know what? I need to stop making it about me and just say, what lesson am I supposed to learn on the other side of this? So I either don't know something that I'm supposed to know and it's going to come to light during these phone calls, or, but the longer I sit here in fear for whatever, even though I've mapped out exactly what I want to do, the longer I sit here in fear, the longer it's going to take me to reach the people that I can help. And when I took myself out of the way, and trust me, I still get myself in the way every day. And I just need to remember, this isn't about me. I'm trying to help people, and they're out there waiting for me to help them at whatever I have in my toolbox and at my possession right now. And every call I make and every no I get, or any angry person I get or whatever, is just going to tell me what I don't know or what I need to maybe understand further. And they're not my people. And I just have to get over myself. Trust me, it's a daily conversation I have with myself multiple times a day. But that's when I feel that fear factor coming in of late, for some reason, I'm just kind of like, no, I know I can do this. I have the tools I need to do this to help people right now. So I just need to take myself out of the equation and let me see if I can find them.
Yep. Now listen, all of y'all, and myself included, I suffer massively from insecurity, thinking I'm not good enough, thinking I don't do enough, thinking I'm not whatever enough all the time. And I have to slap it down and then realize, who am I really? well, who am I really is somebody who will fight and care and love and make sure that you're protected and safe and all those things. But I do it anyway. And then
Mhm.
around, I led the meeting with Ron's group and I was like, as soon as the meeting was done, I'm like, that sucked. I sucked. The whole thing sucked. I was like, and I was like, Ron, and he goes, you did really good. And I'm like, no, it was clunky and it was awful and I felt horrible. And I always feel that way the first time I do something, always, because I always expect that. Like I did my moth talk, I really thought I would do my first moth talk ever in LA and win the whole flipping thing. Like, why would I not do that? And it's like, that's your first time you ever did anything like that, ever. Why do you think you would win? Right? I was like, well, I don't know. I just think I will. And so my expectations are always here and I always feel like I'm here and I'm always trying to push to get those up to there also. But we all operate. There's a part of all of us inside that's scared and 5 years old and all those things. If not every day, in situations, it still will come out. It's just, or we feel nervous or clunky or unsure or good God, I don't know, do I have on the right clothes for whatever situation I'm walking into? I don't know what it is, but we all have it. We all have a person that, was either had a rough childhood or had, a teacher who was crap or whatever. But you guys, all of us, myself included, we're flipping hardworking, amazing people full of heart, as evidenced by how much you guys pour out to each other. And I know you guys feel it from everybody else. Craig, just flip and do it. Just pick up the phone and flipping do it. And if they don't like you, they are not your people. And
Right.
that narcissist guy, he is not your people. He is never anybody you would seek out to be a friend with because he's a POS and doesn't deserve your friendship on any level. On any level. But the other people in your community, in your neighborhood, they damn need you. They need you because the world doesn't have people like you. There's very few of us. As evidenced by Anna can't find good help. And I was thinking about that. I'm like, why have I struggled so hard too? Because we're looking for the 1 in 100. That's what we're looking for. Well, you guys are all the 1 in 100. All of you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be part of this group because you would hate it. You would hate being in this group otherwise. But that's not who you are. That's who you are. People who have big, huge hearts and want to help. And so the world needs you. It really does. And you deserve to get your reward for doing that. You deserve to get paid for it. You just flat out do. It is valuable and worthy, extraordinarily worthy. And you deserve it. So don't discount it. Don't discount your value. Don't discount your worth, because there's not very many people that do what it is that you guys can do in your communities and your neighborhoods and your lives and your world. And you get to define the size of your world. The world's as big as you want it to be. So I'm going to encourage you from on the other side of making those stupid phone calls I didn't want to make, and then learning the huge life lesson that I learned about myself again,
I gotta have a driver.
to go do it, to just go do it. And maybe the lesson isn't on this side. Maybe the lesson's only on the other side, especially if you've been struggling for a while for it.
Yeah, I know. And I know it'll be totally worth it when I do it, because when I do certain things and I'm in alignment,
Mhm.
things just show up,
Exactly.
But then when I'm not, even when I'm not in a totally in alignment, when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, but my mind is in alignment with the universe, things still show up.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
I know it's mindset, and a big part of it is 90% of it probably is mindset. The
Yeah.
other 10% is taking action.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Which is showing up.
And I-
Showing up, making the phone call, being present, being present, being present. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You just reminded me of 2 things. I made all my Brivity phone calls, and I was just sharing when Bree first came on. I have like 6 people that came through on Indeed, and nobody's come through in like a week and a half, like nothing. And I have like 6 that showed up this morning, and I was like, oh, good, that's awesome. But I made all my phone calls and I got that done. And then the other thing, which I was joking with Greg, I have told people for years, you know, when you go to concerts or they put those bands around you,
Yeah.
those stupid, I hate those things. So I always tell everybody I'm allergic to the adhesive. No, I am not. I just don't want to put it on my arm. I'll put it on my purse. I'll put it on through a buttonhole. Don't care. I hate those things. Hate
I
them.
hate them too. I
I
hate them.
hate them. So I just tell them I'm allergic to the adhesive. And if some little worker person tries to do it, I'm like, really? And then, you know, they back off. Anyway, so I had my stupid surgery. I've never been allergic. I'm not allergic to anything on planet Earth, right? I broke out to the adhesive and this huge thing. And they said, it's really weird. You're not just allergic to one, you're allergic to both of them. And we can tell because of da 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 da. That's so rare. And I told Greg, I go, remember all those years I told people I was allergic to the adhesive? He's like,
You
this is
manifested
my
it.
fault. Totally your fault, man. And I'm like, I know, and that won't stop. I'm like, "Arr." So anyway, be careful what you say over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Make sure that what you're saying is the right words. Love yourself the way that you would love other people. So whatever you do to show love to other people, do you do that to yourself as well?
Yeah.
So, all right.
Bye, Bree.
Bye, Bree.
I agree.
All right. Craig,
Yes.
what are you gonna do, Jack?
You know, I'm gonna sit down and I need to find my why. I still need to find my why. I think I pretty much got it.
Do you want help
It's-
with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
Okay, do you have my calendar link?
I don't.
Okay, let me get you my calendar link and then just set up some time and you and I will dig into your why. Totally cool. with
Okay.
it.
Yeah, and then yeah, just take action. I need to go and make calls and do the stuff that I don't want to do. I got to get the KV course set up. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I got to get the KV course set up so I can, you know, have a way to. I need the CRM up and running. You know, because I know that even if I don't want to work with the leads per se, I have leads that I can refer out.
I referred out leads because I did not like the people and gave them to agents. If I like the people, I find the right person for them. But once in a blue moon, if somebody's really icky, I go find an icky agent that's icky like them, and they seem to match up every time.
Yep.
So, yep. And you're right. That's money that is getting tossed. You don't have to work with them. And it's actually good money to run a referral business. As long as they can close, as long as the other agent can close, you can actually make good money doing that.
Yeah, and I can recruit that way.
Exactly. Exactly. So, all right. So cool. So book a call with me and then we'll go through it.
Okay, I will.
Congrats.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, y'all. Anybody else? Anything before we close off? All right. Get out there in the world, show up, be present. Everybody has that little thing inside of them that makes them uncomfortable or whatever it is that makes them. We all have it. It's all different, you know. Well, there's cores, but everybody has it. So just go out in the world, be present, go kick some effing ass.
Thank you. Have a good
You're
one,
welcome.
everybody.
Have a good day.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.